if anyone happens to be watching this. Hope it's recording. Yep, should be. I had a few issues with a couple of videos that I was making that I didn't have my microphone on. Traded the ducks a little bit, and it's Tuesday now, second day of June. Second day of the month. And from a week where I made 7% to last week where I had a broken week, I was only able to trade 3 days and was up about 4% last week. To now this week where I've had a relatively slow start, I think I'm up a little over 1% for the week. And it's just not really reading the market at all yesterday. The NASDAQ pushing higher all day after a double bottom where I got long and I quickly exited for a scalp, and the market actually went up another some 200, 300 points or something crazy. And I just stood there and was unable to get long. Just couldn't find a setup that I thought was something that I'm kind of looking for, I suppose. I don't know. It's just a bull channel and then a breakout above the bull channel. And when it breaks above the bull channel, I sort of think it's excessive. And it'll probably retrace back into the channel, but just weird, Yeah. I don't want to get into the state of feeling pressure to make money. I'm not, really up like a great deal on the week, so gotta start pressing buttons and trying to make money, and just kind of get into a trade just get into a bad trade. Just to trade my account rather than the market. So I'll see how today goes in the NASDAQ. Try to be patient and also try to just take it slow. Usually if I happen to take like 2 or 3 consecutive losses, depending on how big they are, I'd stop. Say if I'm down about 2.5 to 3%, I would stop. So just to kind of protect myself from myself, really. I think, I think the risk management is the most important thing. I think that's what sets you apart from a lot of people think that trading is kind of like akin to gambling, or basically is gambling. I try to explain to people that how it isn't. It's probabilities based, yes, but it's sort of the reverse of gambling in the sense that the casino is usually playing with an edge. Like on roulette, they play with an edge of like 6% against you if you're doing black or red. And they have a limit on the size you can bet. So they know if you bet huge, you could have a 44% chance to win or something. And on that one spin, anything can happen. If you bet like $1 million on red, but they won't let you do that. They only let you bet like 100 or 500 or 1,000. That's their risk management. So they want you to play because they have the edge. They want you to bet small and play many, many times, because they know that over time it's a mathematical certainty that they're going to win. So they're not gambling. You're gambling, but the casino isn't gambling. And I feel like trading is like that. You need to find an edge, some kind of edge, where you have a little edge over the market, and then you need to bet small and do it thousands and thousands of times. Not one big one, but thousands of small bets where you have an edge. Because in one big trade, anything could happen, right? The low probability event could come out. So I think trading is a bit like that. So I think, yeah, the risk management side is what sets you apart from a gambler. I kind of have faith in the fact that, yeah, having consistent, profitable days and weeks. Like, I don't think I've had a losing day for a while. 2 weeks, I think. Most days I've been able to scrape something out of the market. And I think I have faith in my ability to risk manage, essentially. That even if I have a bad day, it's not going to be a disaster. Yeah, I think the risk management is the key that sets you apart from someone who's just a punter. And I think the way to do that is to have strict rules, like take 3 losses and leave, or obviously like not trading more than 1% or whatever you feel comfortable with. I usually don't go more than 1%. Sometimes I do, but not by much. Like 1.5% maybe. A lot of the time, like 0.5%. Sometimes I'll reduce my size by to a quarter or a half. Interesting. It just touched yesterday's close and sold off from there. Hmm. It's just gone below this 15-minute bar in the pre-market. The big bull bar closing on its high. So what I see is the market went above that bar and then presumably trapped some longs, went below that bar, hit this stop. So some classic expanding triangle happening here. Yeah. Let's look at the 5-minute bar. A big bar relative to the other ones. I'll just measure it. It's about 70 points, so it's not that big for the Nasdaq, but it looks big relative to the other bars in the pre-market. I think bar 1 yesterday was big as well. Yeah, bar 1 yesterday was about, it was actually 110, 12 odd points, so it's a little bit bigger than today. So yeah, but this one is still not over, so so it's like 80 points, so maybe slightly less volatile today. We'll see how it closes, but yeah. There's been a big sell-off in the Asia session, then a big rally in Europe. Oh, actually, sorry, no, it was sideways in Europe, but a big sell-off and a rally, double bottom and a rally in Asia. So I'm not sure. I've been looking for something here that shows me that it's some kind of trading range that's potentially going to get a measured move down or something, but I'm not quite sure. Sort of looking at this on the 15-minute bar. This here. This trading range. And there's a measured move down there, which I've marked with this line here. Possible target to the downside for the open. I never know how important these levels are, from the pre-market, whether that's really important or whether the market looks at something like if you sell the close of bar 1 there, and you're looking for a measured move down here. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I try to identify them when I can. And a lot of the times when I see them after the fact, I'm like, oh, of course, it made a measured move this trading range or something, But, yeah. It's a possible reversal bar. See how it closes. comes the measured move target potentially. We'll see if that's important. And there's some profit taking there maybe. Thought about shorting here on this bar, but wasn't quite ready. And when this bar opened, it just sort of dropped, and I'm just like, maybe I just missed it. So. It wasn't a great bar though. It was a doji, so it's probably not that bad that I didn't take it. Another doji. Okay. It's a big bar. Some kind of support level that's not obvious to me. Yeah, it doesn't seem anything super obvious. Any breakout points or anything there? Yeah, sometimes I just wonder, like, why there? Why is it doing that there? Why is it reversing right there? I'm just trying to work out if there's some measured move that I didn't see. Maybe, probably. Where people are taking profit at a 1-to-1 measured move or something. Maybe. And there's some small profit taking there. It's a pretty strong leg down from the bears here. Wonder if this reversal attempt is going to be minor. And then another leg down. Or if it's reversing back up to the highs and does a major trend reversal, which undoes all the selling that has taken place. It'll be a pretty big V-shaped reversal, which I've seen quite a few of in the Nasdaq. It sort of can cut you out because you expect a double bottom or something, but it doesn't happen. Just V-shapes. Catches you out. A really quick rally now. Really quick. And more than 50% retracement of the sell-off. It's just V-shaped. The 1 minute chart. There you go. Bing. V-shaped. Very strong from the bulls. Huh. And the 15-minute bar closed a weak looking bear bar. That is closing above its 50% point, but it's still a bear bar, so I guess a small edge still to the bears. Yeah. possibly a small edge still to the bears. Wouldn't want to be selling right now, this big bull bar here. I'd want to see something more bearish price action to sell. Like a bar going below the prior bar low, which would make the first attempt at trend resumption. But if this rockets up here and breaks highs, then that idea is no longer valid. And it becomes not a trend open, but a trading range open. It's possible that I should have bought this bar here. But I looked at this bar, which is a bull doji, but because it's a doji, it's really not really a bull bar or a bear bar. It's just a trading range. I was thinking consecutive bars, but it's not really consecutive, I don't know. Big rally now. Really powerful buying pressure. Seems like the bull's just looking for absolutely any tiny pullback to buy in this current market in the Nasdaq. It just will not drop at all. There's just any tiniest pullback they're just looking for. Just buy more, buy more, buy more. There's just no stopping. Just anything to buy more. Yep. So far, pretty much all the selling that was done in the first few bars has been reversed. I feel like that is a strong looking buy signal there on the 5-minute chart here. A big outside up bar, closing on its high and closing above the high of the prior bar, engulfing it. Yep. Seems logical to expect that would have some follow through, and it did. Big follow through. I don't think it's done a measured move yet of that bar. No, not even close. Oh, well, it's about 30 points away, so it's not that far either. I think that the measured move target down here was missed, so maybe it's like a one-tick trap or something. I don't even know if it's important though, because it's to do with the pre-market. It's about to close. It's about to hit new highs for the day. Two powerful looking bull bars closing at their high. Really strong buying. I think if you're short right now, with your stop above the high of the day, pretty much guaranteed to get stopped out now. Like a few ticks off. It's certainly not a bear trend from the open bear trend day, that's for sure. So I can exclude that possibility. So far, a trading range open. Big down, big up. I'd say that means big confusion. But with how bullish the NASDAQ is, it's probably just going to keep going higher. Yeah, it seems like people are just looking for any excuse to buy the NASDAQ right now for some reason. Any pullback to buy more. Here comes the measured move for the bar, reversal bar. Be interesting to see what happens there. It's just been hit. Great, good for the bulls. Who bought there? Be funny if it reverses here, but it probably is going to go higher. Some profit taking now for sure. Look at that profit taking. It did not stop pushing until it hit that measured move, and then it starts dropping because people are taking profit. Yep. Question is, if it goes below the prior bar low, will more buyers step in? Who missed out? Like me. buyers are stepping in below prior bar low on the 5-minute chart. They're trying to anyway. I'm thinking I'd like to try and short it for a scalp. It's because the reaction I saw at the measured move target. A lot of profit taking happening. I'm wondering if that's such a good idea. See if I can see any more bearish price action here. Nope. Just briefly made a new high again. Again, sellers stepped in above prior bar high. See if there's a second entry short potentially here. And it just looks like it's going higher now, doesn't it? Just gonna scrap that idea that I had immediately, shorting it. I was thinking that there's a possibility it falls back down to the low of the day and makes a double bottom or something. No, the bulls just look really strong at the moment. Too strong. decided to short it here for a scalp for a possible failed breakout. I'm thinking that if it fails, it's going to make some kind of measured move down. Maybe a measured move of the breakout bar. This big bull bar. Nope. Stopped out. trying to make something happen here. I don't know if I'm getting desperate. Stop that again. Trying to buy it again. It's gonna take profit here. This total bummer about being stopped out on that first entry. Fuck. Just gonna have a little break. Get some water. Okay. Just went and got some cold water to drink. So, looks like many people like me decided to take some profit here on that push higher. Now it's pulling back. Dow is doing the opposite, had a big rally, and now it's falling. Nasdaq, big drop, now rallying. A V-shaped reversal. S&P similar to Nasdaq. Rallying. I'm wondering if this is just going to result in a big bull trend day. It just keeps breaking highs. DAX still going lower. FTSE chart. Trading range. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to sell the Nasdaq here again. I take profit here. I liked this candle, but it was a little big, so I went half size. It was a stop loss of about 30 points, and if I went full size, I'd need to risk $600, and I don't want to risk that because that's about 2% for me. So I decided to go half size. I liked the fact that it went above the prior bar high and then closed down on its low. So triggered some kind of buy signal and then trapped buyers. I mean, I possibly could have put my stop loss to break even and held for more, but with the couple of days that I've had, that being said, I am now in the positive for the day. I think I'm up about 2% for the week, and thereabouts. Yesterday's close in the past has been a support level. Wonder if it's going to find buyers here at yesterday's close. People deciding maybe that they wanted to get long after all. I don't know. Fuck. I just don't trust myself lately for some reason. I don't know why. Just gotta hold for a bit more here. Just trail my stop somehow. I don't know. I don't know why I'm feeling like this, but this week I'm just not confident. Maybe I'm just more tired. Fuck. I actually think I'm up a bit over 2% for the week, which is okay. Fuck's sake. Had a good short there. Had the right idea. sold around there. So had I been trailing my stop loss to above the prior bar high, I would already have secured more than what I netted. So once again, this idea of trailing my stop is proving to be the better idea than what I'm doing with regards to deciding when to take profit. Might have gotten stopped out right now for $400 profit instead of $240. Yeah. I think my account was at 31.5 at the start of the week, so I think I'm off about 768 or something, 750 for the week. So it's a little over 2%, which is not bad for 2 days, whatever. Yeah. Just watching another trader on my screen. Oh, he's finished. He's just finished his stream. It's this guy here. Oh, it's an ad. Riley Coleman. He trades the S&P, and I think the Nasdaq as well. Seems alright. He doesn't take nearly as many trades as I do, because he uses he tries to swing trades. He doesn't really scalp. Most of the time that I see him, he's doing well. He's good. Seems like a good trader. Trades pretty decent size, and he's very good at holding through pullbacks. And sort of, I think he gets a bit nervous and emotional like I do, but I've seen it where he's up like 2.5k and then gets stopped out break even, and then he's not happy about it, but he sort of looks at it as well, it's just what happens with trading. Whereas me, if I was up 2.5k and it disappeared and I was stopped out break even, I'd be like, fuck off, you know? I mean, it sort of annoys me when I'm up $300 and I get stopped out break even. Yeah, I kind of like the fact that when I shorted up here for a failed breakout, because what I've sometimes seen in the markets is if the breakout bar, which is this bar, it's breaking above the high of the day, this one is not a confirmed breakout because it traded above and then fell back in the range. Whereas this one here, that's the breakout bar. And I thought, and that was right here, so I thought, maybe if this bar fails, it could get a measured move of some kind downwards, so maybe like this. So maybe it could fall to like down here. Sometimes happens with failed breakouts. If it doesn't break out and make some kind of measured move up, it'll usually make a measured move down. So possibly there was a measured move here somewhere, like If you sold below that bar there, then you got a measured move there. And it appears that shorts have taken profit on their measured move. So, and now the market's reversing back up. Yeah. I think these measured moves are really important. Really important. Like, it was quite clear that on the 5-minute chart, the first pullback occurred after the rally began, and there was a buy signal there, reversal bar. The first pullback occurred here at the measured move, and people took profit, but then it kept buying higher. I'm guessing because there were longs that missed out on this quick rally and thought I'll buy a pullback below prior bar low or something. And then did this bar here get a measured move? This 5-minute bar. No, it did not get a measured move. But those traders maybe are still in it. Maybe that's the signal bar, their stop goes below it, and they're still in the trade. They're looking for up here a 1-to-1. That's kind of how I try to rationalize things in my head when I'm looking at the chart. Yeah, I think everything's rallying now, so even the Dow's rallying. Piece of shit, the Dow. There it is. Even that's rallying now. It's just bullish today. Okay, let's see if the bears get a second leg down here. I wonder if I should just call it. It's already 12:30 a.m. I've been trading for an hour. I'll just do a screenshot of my trades for this evening so I can have a visual of it when I'm analyzing my trades. So that was that. I just feel like buying this bar now. Let's see if I did buy it. Put my stop loss below it and target the high of today. It's not going all that great at the moment. this setups when something is going below a prior bar low, then closes above the prior bar. I really like that, just like this in reverse. So it was a bar going above the prior bar high and then closing below it. I kind of like that setup because it shows me that the buyer's bought a pullback and it's about to surge. It doesn't always happen, but I like that setup. An outside up bar and an outside down bar. It's what I look for sometimes on the 5-minute chart as well. Sort of have a high chance of, in my opinion, you have a pretty high chance of getting a scalp at least, like a little surge in the direction of the outside up bar. I suppose when you get a bear close like that, you lose confidence in it immediately. And you're like, well, the buyers aren't really showing up. So, it's failing now. Quickly, yep. Good thing I didn't buy it. Now a low one short here on the 5-minute chart, but it comes below a bull bar. If you consider this a breakout to the downside and a pullback and then a first attempt at trend resumption right there below that bar. But I think because it's below a bull bar, it lowers the probability that it's going to work. If it was coming below a bear bar, like if this was a small bear bar and then traded below that bar, I think that would be a high probability short, potentially. Because if it's a bull bar, it showed some buying pressure there. But yeah, I like that I was able to reverse up here. I took a loss there when this bar traded lower, and then I bought it again, and that made me a good scalp. I like the fact that I had the confidence to buy that again, because it looked like it was going up at that point. I took profit at 76. Could have held for a bit more. Yeah, I think I'm going to say goodbye to this market now and have a good sleep. Maybe come back tomorrow again. I know, I will definitely come back tomorrow. But hopefully... the thing is, I haven't done bad this week. Being up a little over 2% is not bad. It's just felt really awkward. Everything has felt really awkward. And I've just been a bit more apprehensive, so it feels like it hasn't been a good week, but it's a good start to the week, I think. Still 3 days of trading left, so no doubt hopefully make some good trades. Alright,